By the late 19th century, the craft of iron smelting was in decline. What was the reason behind that? Let's discuss. We begin the story of Indian steel and iron smelting by recounting the famous story of Tipu Sultan. Tipu's sword was very famous. The sword had an incredibly hard and sharp edge that could easily rip through the opponent's armor. This quality of sword came from a special type of high carbon steel called woods. Some communities like the Agarias specialized in the craft of iron smelting. Woods steel was produced in many hundreds of smelting furnaces in Mysore. In these furnaces, iron was mixed with charcoal and put inside small clay pots. Through an intricate control of temperatures, the smelters produced steel ingots used for sword making. So, Wood's steel production required a highly specialized technique of refining iron. In India, iron smelting was common till the end of the 19th century. By the late 19th century, the craft of iron smelting declined. Let's analyze the reasons. There were several reasons for this. At first, at that time, British government introduced forest law in India. According to the forest law, people had no right to enter into the reserved forest and they were not allowed to take anything from the forest. So, it became difficult for the iron smelters to find wood for charcoal. Getting iron ore was also a big problem. Hence, many gave up their craft and looked for other jobs. In some areas, the government did grant access to the forest. But the iron smelters had to pay a very high tax to the forest department. This reduced their income. Another reason, by the late 19th century, iron and steel was being imported from Britain. So, iron smelters in India began using the imported iron to manufacture utensils and implements. By the early 20th century, the artisans producing iron and steel faced a new competition as new iron and steel factories come up in India. Now, let's discuss about the topic iron and steel factories come up in India and the history of the setting up of Tata Iron and Steel Company, TISCO. In the year 1904, Charles Watt and Dorabji Tata explored the hill pointed out by the Agarias people and found one of the finest iron ores in the world. Rajhara Hills had one of the finest ores in the world. A few years later, a large area of forest was cleared on the banks of the river Subarnarekha to set up the factory and industrial township Jamshedpur. The Tata Iron and Steel Company TISCO that came up began producing steel in 1912. In 1940, when the First World War broke out, imports of British steel into India declined dramatically. And at that time, Indian Railways turned to TISCO for supply of rails. By 1919, the colonial government was buying 90% of the steel manufactured by TISCO. Over time, TISCO became the biggest steel industry within the British Empire. Let me conclude today's session. For your reference, I have uploaded the URL. Go through it. Notes are also attached along with this. Take it down. A test question paper is also there. Try it yourself. Thank you.